So, I found out something today. You know, it turns out to be way better than throwing away your weapons right at the last room. Not throwing away your weapons at the last room.
It's the controller's core. That
Yes,
shield looks...
it's an apple.
It's an energy reactor.
There we go.
Destroy it and you should neutralize the controller.
Yep, it's already dead.
Damage to the main processor is 90%. Energy supply diminishing.
It's kind of weird that they programmed it to have that kind of feature.
Executing final directive.
Like, well, we just figured we'd put a protocol in place in case our giant computer god went crazy and decided to go and, you know, start shutting down stuff at random. In case somebody needs to go murder the thing, we'll just go ahead and open up the rest of the world. Just, you know, we thought this whole design through.
What was that? Something about the surface?
Yep, time to go back up there and ruin it again. It's only happened, like, what, like 4 or 5 apocalypses by this point? There's like 8 or 9 of them in the series in total now. Because I think in Another Age, you kind of hop down one of those, don't you? In the intro? So, like, wasn't that implied that people screwed up the Earth yet again and had to go live underground? I mean, everything seems perfectly fine here and right for the blowing up, so... that kind of looks like that one spot in Lost Raven, actually, where you fight the hovering school teacher. Thanks, people that made this. Please make more. I hope AC6 happens. Like, I hope it's more like these. I mean, there's some market. They just have to make it as simple as these were. I really don't get what was wrong with this system. I mean, you basically pretty much got this. What they nailed in Dark Souls was just that they had the right amount of stats. This is an okay amount of stats. It isn't good enough for the hardcore crowd. Easy enough for the easy crowd. Everything's easy enough. You look at your gun, like, okay, it's a gun. Don't have to worry about friggin' muzzle velocity and crap. Don't have to worry about its firing arcs and exact numbers. And it's like, no, it is gun. It shoots. That's all I need to know. Okay, so Extra Arena. Main difference between this and Silent Line. In this one, the leader always starts off on the right side here. Also, yes, I did just shoot at my own guy. Surprisingly, Skydancer here is one of the hardest to actually fight with rockets, because he just sort of, like, staggers around like this. At random, so it's really hard to tell. So, just have to take out the leader. No major challenge. At least not for now. Pretty much going to be using tanky helpers for the majority of these. I don't know. Okay. The lower ones, they'll be fine with this. But I like to mix it up, try to use a different one for each fight. Save Royal Mist for the top ones. It just feels cheap to use them for everything. And Strasbourg. It's kind of weird to describe the technique here. It must look so friggin' erratic, but You see by the occasional cool shots out of nowhere, I'm just trying to kind of snapshot him with the wonky controls. I've done a Fragile run before, not as difficult as you might think. Actually, with the right optional parts, he's not actually that crap of a build. And you have to throw away one of his cannons every single time. So I guess that's annoying. I don't know why he would bring two. Probably for aesthetic reasons. So there's only 24 extra arena fights. I'm probably going to do these before finishing off the regular arena. Surprisingly, when it comes to Exile, he's way easier on a Rocket Run, because he relies on the fact that you need a lock-on. So that's basically what his AI will do. It'll just abuse the fact that you have to be within certain ranges. But if you have rockets, you can stay just out of range out of his gun, so as long as you don't run out. Also, speaking of, I got the fleets flipping ages ago. Why am I not using those? Alright. Maybe that's why. Yeah, I'll just stick to the mares, whatever. That was pointless. I'll swap to him if I need the extra speed, but I think with this setup I may not actually have needed him. And gonna pretend Bilbo's useful here. I always did wonder if they're a Lord of the Rings reference or not. And they are basically kind of a hippie setup from what I understand. Maybe they're a hobbit? I don't know. Well, wasn't it something like all hobbits are dudes or something? They're she? Or am I mixing something up? I don't know, but there's two Bilbos flying around and that's confusing. I'm guessing the team up between these two is supposed to show a contrast, because one's all wasteful and one's the tree hugger, basically. I don't know. But I think that was a pretty good double shot at the end there. Then we got the Dancer Twins. Might as well throw the Harlequin on there. No, wait, he's not Harlequin, he's just Joker. Whatever. Clowns. Clowns with robots. It's everyone's worst nightmare. These don't even have this. I don't remember which one's which. That's probably robot racist. I want to do a challenge run with these guys, but their parts are such a pain to get. And the scatter laser guy is easier, but I might do it. I mean, I've done a Guernica run. Mostly just relied on missiles the whole time. I mean, that laser shotgun, the laser shotgun arms, they're pretty good. They're alright. I mean, if you switch to the rapid fire and get real close, then yeah, you can do some stuff with it. Way better on a heavy build like his, though. Guernica's pointless. It's actually funny, you can kill him off. Well, actually, you can sort of kill him off. You can actually kill him off in the arena fight. And it's funny because he knows. He just asks you why, because there's no way he can die normally in that fight. I think he actually sends you a pissy email, too. And apparently, you know, presumably your pilot responds with something along the lines of, well, you were kind of coming in and stealing my income, why were you being such a douche? That being said, it seemed like they could just lock them in here. I mean, what are they going to damage? The doors? I mean, it's an arena. It's designed for being blown up all the time. So why are they worried about a few things that are way tinier than the usual stuff in the arena coming in and destroying it? Get these two. I guess their main thing is that you remember them from the arena. And that you got stuck on the guy on the left, and absolutely did not get stuck on the guy on the right. Seems happy for then. So I have a feeling this is one of the times that the extensions are going to become a liability. Or not work. And dead. Rip Dynamo. Trying to do runs as him and the guy with the bazooka that's right above, what's his face? Barchetta? Fun run. Honestly, the least fun part of it is trying to get their back extensions. So I think when last time I tried one of those, I just went ahead and said screw it and went with the, you know, the two 20% ones instead of the 50% back ones. I mean, it's not the hardest mission to do, I just don't like doing it. Forgot who was on what team there for a sec. Yeah, so I guess the relevance between these two is they both want to accomplish stuff but have terrible setups. Actually, that guy would be pretty fun to do a run as. Now this guy that I'm demolishing here. I think both of these two would be. Of course, originally I was trying to do Last Raven as well with these. Did not go so hot. Actually, because of all the rebalancing for all of them, trying to use the same parts. Not great. Like, basically everything is broken. And pretty much near unusable. So that idea went away pretty quick. Because you can't transfer these over, it's just... I'll be honest, I like the ideas in Last Raven, I just don't find it that much fun to play through the missions. I mean, there are very few of the missions that I legitimately found, like, fun. As with 3 and SL, you just get all this crazy stuff going on. There's some dynamic changes between the missions. You know, it's nice. It's a lot more upbeat. Like, the part destruction and the rebalancing, I like those things, but... Yeah, I know, I'm hitting my own guy. Or gal. Yeah, I like the changes they made in Last Raven. It's cool as a you know, everything's dead and everything's on fire and everything's over kind of thing. I actually like how that one guy put it of everything's terrible and everything's on fire, but it's like a good, I guess, swan song, but it's just not as fun. I mean, unless you're playing against other people. Then, yeah, it's definitely more fun. Still haven't been able to get the online working. I'll have to do that at some point. So it's funny. Like, I'm not even sure if the large rockets actually... I'm sure numerically they're supposed to be doing more damage. But I have a feeling with the hand rockets, because there's two of them, maybe one of them staggers and the other one adds stuff damage or something. There we go, that should have... Because it always seems like I get more consistent damage with the hand rockets. Like sometimes it seems like the big ones just planked off, and I'm not sure why. Actually, to take a look at these two real quick. Try to run as the guy on the right. That was fun. Parry blades are worthless, though. The one on the right, wait, the one on the left, there, right? Grinder. Another interesting run. It basically just turned into a rocket run, though. It was just a diet rocket run with blades. So... wasn't too entertaining. I just kind of like when there's, you know, more options. Like for this kind of thing, it's vague enough where there's some build options. With some of the character runs, you know, there was some interesting stuff in terms of what their equipment could be used for. With parry blades, there's not really much you can do. You can sometimes abuse the AI with them. Actually, I tried a flamethrower and parry blade once, and there's this one particular corner in the abandoned factory for the arena. Like 80% of the difficult fights, I would just go and sit in that corner and just stab somebody in the head over and over. For whatever reason, they would just let you land on their head, and they couldn't boost away. It was awkward. They'll just be sitting there with the flamethrower and the parry blade, just over and over and over. And they would just get stunned. They would just get stunned by the blade, get burned by the flamethrower. Felt kind of crappy. Yeah. I like Thunderhouse. Basic, but interesting. One of the few that cheats, but isn't cheap. Even with his crazy overpowered gun that he can't use properly. And that's that. I mean, that being said, my cannon isn't exactly as OP as it was in Last Raven. Actually, I think my favorite example of that thing was one of my first times actually playing that game. It was on the first mission, it was on the friggin' recon one, because of course. And apparently everything lined up just right, because I'm basically winning the fight with the guy. He gets 2 shots at the same time. One shot blows the head off. The other shot blows my gun arm off. And I couldn't get used to the not blade tracking, because I've just been playing this in SL for years, and then finally tried Last Raven, and like, what the hell's going on here, kind of thing. So I couldn't quite figure out the new blading mechanics, and yeah. It was like, I wasn't even mad, that was amazing. Ugh. Jeez. Poor guy. Straight enemy run was fun. No challenge whatsoever, though. I mean, he's got a pretty good setup. I mean, really, like, a straight enemy setup is probably my favorite one in this game. Just because he's got the lightweight and maneuverability thing going. The design's really sleek. Has a good bit of balance as far as defenses. Has a quick blade. Has a good rifle. Has a manual fire from the rockets. It has the overheat from the missiles. Like, everything about it just seems to mesh together right. And the only thing that was missing was decoys, which I don't think he uses. Yeah, let me see real quick. Has he used decoys? No, he has no inside. But yeah, I just really like it. So I don't think there's any missiles here for me to make these for. Oh jeez, Barchetta. Seriously, calm down, buddy. Freaking raining down the apocalypse over here. Yeah, before there was Motherwell, there was Barchetta. Such a simple idea, and I know they do the like the giant grenade launcher tank in every game, but I don't know. Barchetta's just the coolest for some reason. Kind of imagine he's in there with like a smoker's jacket with a pipe or something, the way they describe him. Not to mention the color of the tank. Sorry for delay. Text from my wife. You know, I don't know the relevance between these two. I think it's just femme fatale archetypes. Maybe. Might as well use Scylla then. I always get Scylla and Red Eye confused. They're so friggin' similar. The amount of times I've accidentally hit Red Eye and gotten rolled right the hell off in that one mission with all the little swarmy bot Heelys. It's kind of embarrassing. It seemed like it pretty much happened only once to me, I want to say, in the original one, and then the portable version came about, and I thought she turned on you no matter what, because I love my 1000 MG setup. So I was just spraying bullets all over the place and hit her every single time. Oh, wait, crap, I was hitting the wrong guy. Well, good going, genius. And dead. Surprisingly, though, I've gotten pretty decent with rockets in these earlier games. I cannot use them worth a crap in the new ones. Like VD, I have tried and tried and tried. Like for Answer, for a while there, I kinda got used to it. Like especially the spray rockets were really fun. But I cannot get used to the VD ones for the life of me. I just can't figure out the trajectories on stuff because it's so hard to see. I guess that's my biggest gripe. I just wish they'd be more vibrant. I'm hoping they make a new one that ends up looking all bright and shiny like a Mass Effect or something. I'm not a huge fan of Mass Effect in a lot of ways. You know, actually recently I've sort of gotten into it more, but I definitely like the color work on it. So these are the two brothers that'll occasionally give issues. I think they're brothers. No, they're a master and apprentice duo. Obligatory samurai references and so on. So fast guys usually a pain to hit, tanks usually good at kind of holding the arena to his own more or less. Good at keeping pressure on. Don't appear to be running into that issue this time. They're all focusing on Trafalgar. I actually know where the little speedy guy went. Who's it? Oh, there he is. And then he died. I do like that they clarify that it's a VR arena in LR. Because, man, can you imagine? Like, friggin' cleaning up after these fights? The janitors must be billionaires. For that matter, must be engineers. Or maybe all the walls are made of some unbreakable bullcraptanium.